We have, just so everybody knows, we have 2 paranormal groups here along with us. So we have 3 total. We have Glacier Paranormal from Montana here, and we have Swartz Paranormal from Jersey Shore, Clinton County, Lycoming County border here. So we're pretty excited about that because we as groups never get together. This is really, really something rare. So Adam and I met here, kinda.
A year ago.
A year ago this month.
Yep, a year ago this month.
I can't believe it's been that long.
I know.
Yeah.
I was doing history. I still do history. I do history of buildings. And he was doing medium. And he had started Ghost Quest. And that's about as far as it got. And so we all got together and we went on our first investigation, not really knowing if we were going to do this or not. We filmed ourselves.
We went to see how it feels.
Yeah. And we did the museum, which is a show. You can watch that as a short. Our very first investigation is on YouTube.
Yep.
And you can tell it's our very first one. It's doesn't even say first investigation. It's just in the museum. And it's upstairs. And then we got a cameraman. And then he joined us in the museum. And then we got a second cameraman. And he joined us in the museum. And then John started doing a lot of our camera work. So we have 3 cameramen now on every show. And usually about 5 cameras because you have the still ones.
Yeah.
So the cast episode, which is actually episode 3, is our first episode we ever did as a full episode. And it's a fan favorite. The second one was
shocking.
the Herdick Mansion, which is a restaurant.
Yep, that was the second.
And the third one
Was the Herdick Inn.
was the Herdick Inn.
Yep, which was right next door to the both buildings.
Yeah, they were
adjacent.
next door. They were both
Yep.
mansions. And the fourth one was an outdoor investigation. Even if you don't watch anything else, get to the bloopers. I am never going to do an outdoor investigation again. I just say that. The bloopers are hysterical. But that was a fun investigation. And now we're headed to Stonestown.
Stonestown. Next week.
Yeah, in a couple of days.
Yeah,
And that'll be our
Tuesday.
5th one. But that's probably going to be for season 2.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a huge hotel. It's huge and haunted. Very, very old. And no one's ever investigated it. We're the first ones ever. So it's going to be really cool. So go ahead. Your turn.
My turn.
Your turn. We have a whole bunch of equipment out.
Yeah,
And
we have
being
a bunch of
paranormal
equipment.
people, and even if you're not, feel free to come and ask questions and compare notes. I interrupted you after I said it was your turn.
Yeah, no, you did.
This,
It's okay.
if you guys aren't using this, not that, Paravox, it is free, it is awesome, and we get a lot of stuff on it. So that's a really cool piece of equipment. And then everything else normal. We use Ghost Tube and all that too. But
Okay, now can I? Is it my turn now?
it's your turn.
It's my turn now. Yeah. All right, so thanks guys for coming. Super excited to have our friends from Montana and Jersey Shore here. That's pretty cool. It kind of turned into its little own mini paranormal convention.
Yeah, it did.
It's not what we were looking for, but it's pretty cool. So glad.
Rather
you guys-
have it this way.
Yeah.
This is
Oh
awesome.
yeah, definitely. So like Elaine said, we met just a little over a year ago because we had met in August, and then we did an event here last October. Then we did another event in October together, and we were sitting there, and she said to me, she goes, "Hey, I got this 100-year-old murder mystery. You want to try to solve it?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. It's cool. It's haunted." And I'm like, "Cool." She goes, "It's outside." So we went and we did it, and I was like, being a medium, I get drawn to things, get drawn to places, and I kept saying to Elaine, I'm like, I want to go inside this building. And she goes, well, we can't go inside right now. And I said, right now. She goes, no, we'll go inside. So we eventually did go inside, and that's where we got our first cameraman, Paul. And Paul Paul said he really didn't believe too much in
No,
the
he didn't.
paranormal.
Paul's not here today. He's the only one missing. We
Yeah,
have John,
he's-
we have Steve, and Linda. She's also our medium.
Yep.
So we have the crew here except for Paul.
Except for Paul. So we went upstairs and we explored with the cameras and some of the equipment. We didn't have a lot of equipment, but we did explore with some. One of our big things was our EVP recorder, and it wasn't until the end, and I had said to Elaine, I said, does the name Elizabeth mean anything to you? And she said, no, it doesn't mean anything to me. And I said, okay, cool. we're just going to continue going. So as we continued going through, when we went back, we had listened to the EVPs, and we heard a very distinct voice tell us to get out.
That's on YouTube if you ever want to see it.
That is on YouTube.
Definitely on YouTube with the Get Out.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's clear.
Yeah, it's very, very clear. I called you at what, 10:30, 11 o'clock
Yeah,
at night?
he does that. I'm listening to EVPs.
Hey,
What
I
is
found this
wrong
on an
with you?
EVP. Right, what's that noise in the background? I'm watching The Conjuring. It's fun. It's like midnight. But, so yeah, that was our real big first
And then,
one.
if you don't mind the language, there is a thing where I am trying to get the entity to hit Paul. It's called Hit Paul. And
Who's not here?
who's not here. And we don't have it on camera. We have it on EVP, but it is on YouTube because it's two entities speaking to each other for at least 3 minutes, back and forth, and you can clearly hear what each of
Every
them
single
are saying. But the language wasn't our choice. They said bad words, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah. So that's also there, and that was in that same location. So that's another short, literally 3 minutes. That is a very cool thing to see on YouTube because it was shocking. It was one of the ones we had no idea at the time was happening.
Yeah. And after the get out part, I said to her, well, let's go back. I want to know who said to get out. And we've gone back, what, 4 times?
And Elizabeth
since,
turns out
to be the cook that used
at
to
the
live
mansion.
in the house.
Yeah.
That
there wasn't. They called her Lizzie.
Yeah, Lizzie, which is all explained, and that's really the good thing because as a psychic medium, when I go into investigations, I could say anything. I could say, "Oh, Paul Revere slept in this room," but having Elaine, being the historian that she is, she goes back and she says, "No, you're full of it. Paul Revere was never in Williamsport, Pennsylvania." But with that, it does add that validation, that accreditation to. We do and how we do it, and
if he says it on the show, we go back and say whether it was true or not. You will know during that show whether that was true.
And it takes weeks for us to actually put an episode together, go through all, and I'm sure you guys know the same thing. Going through the evidence takes weeks, days, hours. It takes a while to go through everything, especially when we do it, when we're filming for our show and everything. One of the things, but the validation for those that don't believe or find it hard to believe in the paranormal comes from our equipment.
We have one guy who has no fear at all. And that's our cameraman, Steve.
Yes, Steve.
When there's a really scary, dark, creepy corner, here, Steve, I'll hold your camera. He goes in. He's going to be more of season 2 because it's just so funny sending him in. It amuses us.
He really...
And he doesn't care. He's fine with it.
Yeah. We, during our investigation of the restaurant, the Herdick restaurant.
Yes, that was the restaurant. Mm-hmm. That was terrible.
We found the room and, we were poking, I was poking the bear in the room. But Steve was like, where's this door going? I'm like, well, it probably leads to the other side of this thing. And we opened up the door and it's like just really dark. And on the episode itself, and it's hard for you guys to hear, but if you listen, you can hear this almost rhythmic drum beating.
Yeah, it was very strange.
And it was our first.
Oh, sorry. It says hurry.
Hurry.
Yeah, get on with it.
Get on with it. Turn that off, Elaine.
The spirits are really bored.
No, it's actually funny. His watch just triggered off right before that went.
Oh, wow.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, it got a lot of company.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to turn the REM pod on. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that kept going off the first
Yeah,
time.
because my heart rate instantly went from it's resting at 72 to 85. So of course my watch alerted me to a stress response.
No, yeah, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. I fixed it.
In case anybody's here and doesn't know how the REM pod works,
Yes.
if spirits get near it, it will go off. And since we appear to have a spirit amongst us, and his watch went off, this went off. So go ahead. Let's see what happens if you continue with this story. If it tells you.
Yeah, so we
On with
we heard this drum beating, and it was the first time we had ever used our handheld radios. We're trying to get a hold of Elaine, and we're telling her, go stick your head outside and see if somebody's playing the drums at 11 o'clock at night in the alleyway of Williamsport. nobody's playing drums. Is it the wind? Nope, there's no wind. So then Elaine comes upstairs, and Steve at that point, being the
Steve's
brave,
already in there.
yeah, Steve's like, I'm going in, hold my camera.
You have to understand that the ceiling height of this room is about here.
Yeah.
There was no standing up, and it was covered in dust and cobwebs.
Yeah, and it was pure dedication for his first big.
Yeah,
gig.
that was his first one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that. He came back.
Yeah, he came back. It was kind of shocking that he did.
Getting
come
a
back.
bonus, right?
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah,
gave
we
him a
did.
raise that
Yeah,
night.
he got the bonus before
We're all
anybody else.
volunteers, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Everything's free.
So,
We don't charge for any investigations.
No.
I just so everybody understands. If you need us to come do an investigation, we never charge, and we do not ever require anybody be put on television. We do that for fun. So
Yep.
just want to get that out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's all for fun, and we like to help people, and we've done a lot of. I think we've done a lot of good in the
Well,
year.
we actually cleansed one place that needed it, and we have cleansing equipment here. We is not me.
Yeah.
He cleansed the place.
Well, you helped.
I held the bowl.
Yes. You held the ball.
I don't know if they were really afraid of me, but yeah. So we do cleansings also.
Yep, we do cleansings, and we'll get rid of anything bad if we can.
Mostly
if-
we just like to talk to ghosts.
Yeah, but if we can't get rid of anything bad, we do have people who we can call in, who can come in, and he's in the back there. Hi. So yep, that's where we're at. So take it away.
He has done a lot of really bizarre things that freak me out each time.
Thank you.
We were sitting at the James restaurant, which if anybody has a connection to the James restaurant, we would love to investigate. Can't get in. That is the one attached to the Holiday Inn here in town. So it's haunted, and he picked up on a couple of things that I verified historically did happen. But then I said to him, which I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, I said, so what do you feel this used to be? Explain what this used to be. Can you remember what you said?
Yeah, I said I felt like it was a carriage house almost, and that it had some sort of like lifting
And it had
lifts,
a canopy.
and the canopy was
Lots
the big
of
thing.
cars,
and
but they're
beams
not
running
driving.
across. Yep, beams running across the end and everything. And her exact response to me was, "I'll have to look into that."
Yeah, I didn't know.
And she's like, "I'll have to look into that," and it's like, man.
It was at one time an auto repair shop. And he described it perfectly. When you look at the map, right where he said the canopy was, that's where it was. Before that, it was, they repaired carriages, it's that old. And then they repaired autos, and then it turned into a gas station. But nobody there knew it. And he came right up with, I think the cars were just sitting here. They weren't moving. I don't know why there were so many cars here. And there was a canopy, and there was a canopy over it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he keeps doing that.
It's my talent, I
How about
guess.
the story?
This is John, everybody. He is
Oh,
part
yeah.
of our team.
Yeah, he's part of our
Go over
team.
the story where he saw the flashing light.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
yeah.
episode 4.
Four.
How many people have seen episode 4? Has anybody seen episode 4? Yeah? Okay.
Cool.
It's Rose Street. We're outside.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So she tells me, "Hey, we have an outdoor investigation coming." I said, "Cool. Wear lots of bug spray." I said, "Okay." So as we're going, she's like, "It's the week of the investigation." She goes, "We're going to go to Rose Street." And I said, "Okay, awesome. Let's go to Rose Street." And I was driving by the one day and just kind of picked up on like some pain in my chest, and then it felt like pain back through the right side of my head, and heard 2 gunshots clear as day. And I had said to Elaine, I'm picking up on these gunshots, this gunshots, and she goes, "Okay, well now we're going to go to 2 different
That wasn't
locations."
the investigation I was taking you
She's
to.
like, this wasn't part of the plan, but it works out. So we had
It
gone.
was a totally different investigation we were going to.
Yeah. And as we were going, and I told her, I said, "Well, I feel like the last things that I saw as this person I'm picking up on was a flashing light, whether it be a street light or something, but a flashing light." And that's when Elaine said, "Okay, stop that. Stop being right." And I said, "Okay."
That was creepy.
And-
That flashing light was very creepy.
Yeah. And I know that we were talking, or you had talked to a couple people at the museum in reference to that. Wasn't it the
It
museum?
was my dad.
Oh, it was your dad.
My dad used to work at the place where
Yeah.
this event happened. It was never made on the news. The police report never said anything about it. But my dad knew that the way the guy had laid after he got shot, and the way it was said that he was facing east and he was looking out the window and he didn't die right away. The last thing he would have seen was a flashing poker machine. And that was not made public. I freaked out when my dad told me. I'm like, you're kidding. He said, no, it had animals on it and it flashed. And it was there because he used to work there. He knew exactly what he was seeing. So, July. It happened in October.
Not July.
Not July. Although I did talk to my dad in July, and we did tape it in July.
We did tape it in July.
We did too. The taping
Yeah,
was
'cause I
in
was on
July.
vacation.
That was bizarre.
That's okay. I
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
yeah, it was July when all of that happened. When I talked
Yeah.
to my dad.
More lights are flashing on the road thing.
Mm,
Yeah, the lights
yeah.
are flashing. Every time this goes
They've
off, that
been-
light flash.
Well, they've been doing that. Been watching them. Do
I'm
that.
wondering.
Put the crystal back away.
Yeah,
I bet
this is a
that's-
bag of crystals.
Yeah.
Has anybody else had a problem? Like, do you all use radios? You all use
You
radios?
guys used to.
Does Jersey Shore use radios?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all have a problem with radios setting stuff off, like the REM pod and?
Vince is checked. He does most of my electronics. And by the way, you got him over there. I run my SLS right now, so your person.
An SLS camera
Yeah.
shows
It's running between you
figures
Oh,
of spirits
that's
that
awesome.
may be. Where is it at?
It's-
It's running between. You should feel.
Yeah, no, I.
It's been walking around.
There's.
Yeah.
There it
REM pod
is.
just went
There
off.
it goes.
There
It's
it
over
goes.
here now.
Yeah,
There's
it's
more than
literally
one.
walking around.
Okay,
There's
tell them
more
to
than
stop
one.
doing that.
Can you back?
Yeah. Whenever you
Yeah.
ask them to stop, they do. It's creepy. That part I've never gotten used to. It's on a couple of our shows where
Yeah.
he'll say, "Can you not touch that anymore?" and it'll just turn off.
Yeah, and it just backs off.
Never occurred to me. Just ask him to stop. I'm
like
new
the-
to this. I
it's
do
like the
history.
deer in the
So when he
headlight.
does stuff like that, I'm like, that can't be right.
That's interesting. I
Yeah.
kind of felt like
Yeah,
You know,
that was
and
that
it
was very
keeps-
bizarre.
it keeps going.
And that's what I said.
Yeah.
Just when it
I've
said
been
July.
watching,
And then July.
but I've been watching it from going on.
That's cool.
Do you want to show everybody your SLS camera?
Yeah, I'll let you guys show it out if you want to. That's,
Sure. This is an SLS camera. So if I do Adam, see how it shows him as a stick figure? Well, if you do something when there's nobody there, we kind of think that might be a person we can't see. Now, it can pick up like on a coat rack, especially if it has long arms, it'll think it's a person, but you can tell when it does that.
Yeah, and you can pick up on the fact that it will give you.
But he's saying he got a
false-
stick figure over here.
false positives. So.
Yeah. And on our show, we always have an SLS camera, so if you ever want to see it in action, just watch it, just scroll through till you see that, because that's
Plus,
kind
you
of
can
cool.
ask them to move a limb. So
Yeah, at one time we
It
did
is
that.
Something, yeah, it is a person and not inanimate. Yeah.
Right. We were in the
Helps.
basement, and he had caught with the SLS camera. He said, "You have a figure standing next to you." And I said, "All right." And I said, "Touch my hand." And it reached out and did. So we knew that was a real person and not a coat rack. That's
Yeah,
how we tested
that was the clincher right there.
That was the one
for
where we
us.
asked, "Do you like the owner?" And as everybody heard it, at the
Oh,
same
yeah,
time,
that
it
was
said, "I
loud.
love her."
Yeah, love her was what came
Yeah.
out,
That's all on camera too. Thank
which
goodness.
that made it good for her because she was scared to go down there because it was such a. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
dark, creepy basement.
But the
so-
inn is very nice. It's not creepy at
Yeah.
all. I highly recommend
The basement's
Victoria.
creepy, but
Every place we've investigated, I would recommend for people to go. The Cast
Oh,
Hotel
yeah.
has excellent food. It's not really a hotel, but it has excellent food. If you want a good meal, oh my gosh. The Herdick Inn is a great place to stay overnight. It's just an inn. And the Herdick restaurant is also very fine dining and very, very good farm to table dining. Liz Mealy is an excellent chef. And I would not suggest doing anything in Rose Street. That place is just creepy because the investigation we went to was for a train man that got killed there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, just stay away from Rose Street.
Yeah.
But the businesses we go to, we all
the
recommend.
businesses, yeah, they're
Or
good.
we wouldn't do them if it was someplace
Yeah.
that we didn't think was serving the community.
And we actually had somebody who lived in State College, and they contacted us through the Ghost Quest and said, "Hey, I'm coming to Williamsport. I want to stay at the Herd again. I want to stay at the most haunted room. What can you recommend?"
Green room. We both
Green
said at
room.
the same time,
Yeah,
green
I was
room.
like the green room for sure.
If y'all want to go to a haunted room, go to the green room
Yeah.
at the Hurricane. That place is. Yeah.
And then, but she ended up staying in the servants.
That's also haunted.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
hear the servants talking in the hallway all the time.
And when we were there and we were shooting, we had the cat balls were going off just left and right, and to the point where it got to the point where we said, okay, we're gonna put Dad on
This is a
the
cat ball. And
on
when
the
you
camera
touch it or
and
anything
just
touches it, it goes off.
watch this cat ball, and he literally was out there for what 10 minutes filming those cat balls.
Full.
Full.
I'm not sure what that one meant, but full.
Full.
Why don't we turn the Oculus on? See if they come up.
Yes.
The Oculus will come up with words also, but in a different way. And when it first comes on, it sometimes says a lot of words, like it's purging what it's been wanting to say. Trying to.
Providence.
Okay.
Paragraph.
Okay.
Rate.
We'll just leave it there and see what happens.
Yeah, just leave it there and see what happens.
Strong.
Strong. Now, if it says full, when that says full, you'll see me going back to my car. I'm done.
You see the white streak of Elaine. Just
I've
running
always
out the
said,
door.
if any shadow figure, actually shadow figures creep me out. That mm-mm. So if I ever see one, you will see in the episode that Elaine wasn't in the rest of that episode. I wonder what happened.
Elaine said, "I'm
the historian. I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, but you've handled yourself quite well on some cases that we've done, for the most part.
The secret to paranormal TV shows they don't tell you is no matter how they look alone, 90% of the time there's a cameraman there. You're not really alone. Now, when we say, I'm all alone, he did go alone in the kitchen, he really is alone. We don't lie. I mean, if we are alone, we set up a tripod, and I really was alone in Allman, in the Hurricane, in the Allman room, in the Allman bedroom. He set up the tripod and he walked out. Mostly because she told him to leave.
I got kicked out.
You got kicked out. He said on camera, "Do you want me to leave?" And as clear as day, yes.
And so he got up and he
got
left.
up and he left.
Yeah.
Because we figure she's a Victorian woman. She wouldn't want a man in her room.
Correct.
And so I really wasn't that. But most of the time when you see somebody in a really dark, scary room and you see the camera moving, it's because they're not alone. That's for all TV shows. It just looks like they are.
Yeah.
But they're not. And so it's not as scary as it's... I'll do that. As long as there's a cameraman around.
Yeah.
For me to throw down and run past the door.
Well, when you were over in Mrs. Allman's room, I was over in the green room.
Right.
With Paul, who unfortunately couldn't make it today. But we were over there, and I had Paul, and even Paul said he could hear things moving around.
And that was when John was out in the hallway.
Yeah, and
because we were on opposite sides of the hallway, so that's when it's great to have a third cameraman because he's there seeing if anything's crossing.
And I know at one point, well, it was during my initial walkthrough when we were doing that, because you were interviewing Leslie.
Right.
And I was going through the walkthrough, and we were in the green room, and I said, somebody's out in the hallway, and we went running out into the hallway. I mean, it was pretty, nobody's there. But you could clearly hear footsteps going down the hallway.
Yeah, there was a weird shadow that it shows up on camera later. We're as surprised as everybody else when we see stuff afterwards.
Yeah, it's unless we're getting like really validated stuff like right there, and then we go back through and we look and we're like, oh wow, there was something we missed.
There's many times when I said if I would have seen that then, I would not have finished that. When the Get Out, I can tell you I would have gotten out had I heard it while we were there, and I never would have gone back.
And then I said, let's go back, and she said, okay.
I don't think okay. I think he said, you have to come back. I already called Paul. He's on his way. Not sure I had a lot of choice about that.
That was part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think...
That was the place also where we put him all the way back in the apartment where... This was a carriage house, so they had a caretaker apartment. And we were all the way where they kept the hay. You couldn't hear each other talk. And we had Paul with you.
Paul was with me, and you had the spirit box.
And we had the spirit box, so we were
all
mic'd up. And I said, if you're real, really quiet. I said, if you're real, hit Adam on the left shoulder, upper left arm. And like that, he said, ow, somebody just hit me on the left arm. Hey guys, he's yelling it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm out. I did leave on that one. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to add? If you just got here, we have accidentally 3 paranormal groups here.
Yes.
We have Glacier Paranormal from Montana. We have Swartz Paranormal from Jersey Shore, Clinton County area. And we have us, Ghost Quest.
Yep.
It was not planned, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it's not
We're
planned.
just so happy.
It's really come together.
This is pretty cool. Yes. Yes.
What do you think about the Estes method? Have you used that?
Yes.
We did on episode 1, and it worked really well. So watch episode 1. I'm at a witness stand. They put the witness stands from the old prison inside that restaurant. And so I'm at one witness stand, and he's at the other. We can't hear each other, and we did do the Estes method. For those who don't know, it's where you use the spirit box
Or Paratech.
or Paratech, and one person listens with headphones, and the other person out of ear range asks the question. So I have no idea what he's asking. I'm just saying what's coming over, and it did work. And we haven't done it since, but I can tell you for Stonestown, we will be doing it.
Yeah.
It has to have the opportunity to really. Oh, we did use it for the cast.
We did. Yeah,
But we didn't
used
use
it.
headphones. We
No.
used we
Somebody
did.
forgot
And that's the
headphones.
one it didn't answer the question directly. It told me to tell him to turn around.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there, and there's a wall.
Yeah, he's sitting there and there's a window
And I'm
behind
like,
him.
Oh, there's a window. I guess we're
So
going
we went outside.
in 17-degree weather. It was
Yeah.
very, very cold.
But that's where the spirits were actually. They
That's
did
where
talk
the
to
spirits
us.
were. We were there, and we got more results outside than what we did in.
Questions for you.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, have you ever ran into a situation where everybody in your equipment got drained? The batteries
Yes.
The dead batteries, yes.
Yep, we actually
Happened at
at Newberry, we had the camera on the battery all day long, charged all day, and we were there for maybe 20 minutes, if that, and then we went outside and it died almost
High
instantly.
energy, yeah. I noticed higher energy than we find.
As soon as we got where the ghosts were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Train them like they rock. And then the second question I have is, what do you feel about utilizing the old type recorders?
I would love to if I could find one.
I'm using, we've got all the cool niche stuff.
The question was, how about using older tape recorders, the old-fashioned ones?
Yeah.
I would love to.
I'm using a memo recorder. We're finding better, I'm finding a better result with the older style recorders because your digital recorders are designed to clean up things,
Exactly.
And so you have a harder time finding. This is personal, that's why I was asking you about that. I mean,
There's one model in particular that they use on Kindred Spirits.
yeah.
And that's the one I'm looking for. Yes. So the other thing you could try to do too, I don't know if any of the other groups have tried it, and anybody, is we use red light. Have you ever done that? The spirits seem to really respond to red light. So if you're trying, anybody can do it. It doesn't have to be a paranormal group. Use a red light.
Because red light actually puts out a natural infrared.
Yes.
Which
And we did that, and it does work.
Yep. The Herdic Inn, it was at the end, and it was not, it wasn't put on TV because we had no audio to go with it. Sick. But I was coming down the stairs, and I actually ended up falling, and it was all on camera, and you could see that push, going down the stairs.
It actually did make.
But it wasn't in we didn't use it in the episode
That's when
because
the
there
guy
was no.
came down the stairs after me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said sick, and if you haven't.
He just walked out because his stomach was starting to bug up.
Okay, that's interesting because the inn, what he picked up on was a sick woman there who was very sick, and then he got sick. So, and then it said sick. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Because if you watch the episode, there's a point where he's in the bedroom and he says, I feel really sick, and he describes, he didn't know how the woman died, but he describes exactly how the woman died. He found out later.
And that was the thing was I didn't know anybody, like, I just thought, oh, there are a bunch of rooms. It's room 3, room 4, room 1.
We try not to tell him anything.
And it works out really well for us in the end. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in room 2. And we were sitting there and we were talking about it, and you said, well, which room? And I said, well, it looks like this. And you said, oh, that's Fanny's room.
Yeah.
So, and then she was the woman who had died
Very suddenly.
very mysteriously, very.
Can I tell you what she told me? Can I say?
Okay, so just so you know, this is Linda. She's a psychic, and she goes with us. So.
We were at the I guess it was the inn, and we were trying to talk to the people there, and she actually told me that she was poisoned with arsenic, and it was that can't be made public history because she's dead. She told me now, but I know Leslie asked me. She said, "Ask Fanny if she." Likes the way she died, and it's like I know she didn't like the way she died, but then she told me. Then I heard Fanny say in my ear, "Arsenic. I was poisoned with arsenic."
And the symptoms do match how she died.
Yeah, she was fine, and then she didn't feel well and laid down and died the next day. But it was readily available in powder form at that time, arsenic. But that's what she told me, that she died from arsenic.
And there was motive.
Yeah,
and there was opportunity.
There was, yeah.
And everybody had suspected that wasn't a natural death. So
Right.
And she didn't know any of this. So
No.
we don't tell her anything either.
No, we didn't know any of that.
Steve and I usually get together and go, okay, here's all the locations we're going to that these guys are never going to know. We just put them in a car and go.
Yes, we do.
So, yeah.
Something.
Something garden.
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 Garden. That's interesting.
Did you just go plant a flower?
No, I went
okay.
outside to the flowers. I needed it. I was having a Nick craving, so.
I thought maybe you planted a garden.
No, I did. Yeah, I did. And you just didn't know. But so how about you guys? Glacier Paranormal. What's some of your good stuff? Anything exciting, memorable?
I think the biggest thing I've noticed is we have with Glacier Route 1. It's going to the Sun Road right there in Glacier National Park. Running a couple of our night runs. I was a flatbed driver for a towing company. And actually having a shadow figure actually walk across the road in front of me.
See, no.
That's one of those. Okay, and so of course we have dash cams. So I pulled the footage back off of that and I actually had it on video.
Oh wow, that's cool.
One of the weirdest was I was planning on up in the middle of nowhere. I am not a native of this area. I commend for this. And we decided I wanted to do an investigation at an old hotel that is way up in the woods. That they don't utilize a hotel anymore to keep the restaurant going. So we went up to fill the place out. Gentlemanly set up time for an investigation, and at that time had basics along, just the floor because we were going to do holy bowl. So I had my floor along, which you know what that is, right? And they said, "Oh, come check this place out now." I got it. He's got it.
Oh, really? You have it on video?
Oh, wow. No, we have a photo.
You have a photo?
Yeah.
It's on a flare.
Of what we got up there, is right there in the corner there, there's no power, no electricity, and there's broken windows. No one was standing over there, and that was just like legs there.
Yeah.
Like as if someone was walking.
Okay.
That's unreal.
Yep. So some legs there. Someone was actually walking towards something.
Hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. Take it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Turn the camera, turn sideways up, you can see it.
Wow.
If you look, the two legs and the lower.
Yeah.
And so, like right over here.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And that was beside, there's no way possible.
Yeah, there was no power, electricity, heat, nothing on that floor. And that right there is actually a broken window, so no one was standing over there, and that's what we got.
See, now on the network shows, I've seen tiny little, they'll see a little blip and go, oh, that was something. I've never seen anything that
No,
large.
never seen anything.
That is, to me, that is a lifetime find because
That is a lifetime
That
find.
is.
That is incredible. Did you ever
find
figure out who it was or why they were
that we have a little bit of history. I'm going to do another investigation there with permission, but I wouldn't go back for full gear. I mean, we went that day with nothing but flares. Because I keep my flare with me all times, and minimum stuff.
I will tell you guys though that for episode 2 we have some, or season 2 we have some surprises. One is that we're still doing Lycoming County, but we're going to be moving into Sullivan County, into places that have never been explored and are definitely haunted. And we're going to try to get other ghost people teams in there after we leave to try to show them this is like Gettysburg, but nobody knows it. I mean, it's untapped potential. We're going to be all over Sullivan County. The other big thing is we did get a band to allow us to use the song they had already made for our theme song, and it's so awesome. But we didn't sign the contract yet. We have the contract. We didn't sign it yet because we want to sign it in person while they're here in November. But oh my gosh, it's the most awesome song ever. We are so excited about this. It's going to change the whole beginning of our show.
Yeah.
So
we're pretty excited. I think
we are. So things are going to be changed up. It's going to be awesome, and we're hoping that it gets bigger and bigger. And we're going to be doing, I think we're going to end up probably with 5 or 6 episodes for season 1, and there's not going to be much of a break. We're pretty much going to go right into season 2.
Yep, we're getting ready for production on that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday is when season 2 production starts, so I'm really excited about that.
Message us if you have any suggestions about Sullivan County. We're working with a historian there who is introducing us to a whole bunch of places. But it is a really, really neat county.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good, and and one of the things that people have asked me, I don't know much about you, if they've asked you, but why do you guys do it for TV? And this is why. The mass. Yeah. This is
the mass.
The mass. This
mass
is,
people.
Exactly. I was just about to say. That's why we do it, so we can get our message out there to let people know that, hey, I live in a haunted house, but I don't believe in any of that crap. Versus, oh wow, these guys come in and they do this stuff for free, and there's other teams and there's other stuff. That's one of the big reasons that we like doing it for TV, and plus it's fun.
It is.
It's fun. We have a lot of fun with it.
It was so great seeing everybody. We're going to take some pictures, but we'll be here. We just want to, who knows when we're all going to get together again like this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I want to.
Especially the Montana people. I'm pretty sure we're not going to run into them again.
No, we will. We're going to Montana.
Oh, we're going to Montana. Didn't know.
We're going to Montana.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
Appreciate
you guys.
it.
I'm gonna go bring in the recorder and show you the little things. It's just
Okay, yeah.
I keep a pack with me all the time. It's just one of those things.
No, it's a smart move. It's usually what I do.